Hello, Mario. 2016 Zealandia Topo 07 Surface 1. Okay, I've tidied up some little bits of information as best I can. There's still some work to be done, as there are some areas that probably should be redone. But they do help to highlight some problems that we've had in terms of how careful we must be, especially in little confined areas where we're wanting to find things very carefully in and around curves. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go with what we've got and start looking at creating a surface. So we're going to go to full screen here on the 12D, and that should come up here. And so here it is. Here's our data here, and yeah, most of it's sort of tidied up. There's a few little areas that we need to go, and hopefully some things that we've done. Okay, so we just go here like so. And what we're going to do is create a tin, or a triangulated irregular network. So we go up here to tins, and tins create, and we're going to triangulate the data, which brings us up one of these little familiar things here. And the tin name that I'm going to give it is ground, Ground. Now if you go into that one there and push enter, it fills it in automatically for you, and the name of the function is just going to be ground. Okay, like so. So that's pretty much there. That's all good, and that's all good to go. So we just now push triangulate. It wants to know what we want to triangulate. So this is plan 6. So we'll just go with plan 6 and triangulate. All done. And then we just turn on the tin ground there like so. And that's it there. We can go to, I think it's view, and send the tins and rasters to the back. We can see that there's some triangles that it's created in here that are a little bit beyond our data. So what we have to do with those is we have to do what we call null them. So tins, here it is, tins, and null. And we null by strings is probably the best way to do this. And we come in here, we tell us what tins we're going to use, which is tin ground. We're going to null on acceptance of string. Now we just right click on here, right click, and select this little line here. And then what that does is, say for instance, we take out these triangles here. You can see that just keeps us within the extent of the data. There's a few in there as well. Once you push that one, you've got to re-trigger things, unfortunately. So that's involving a right click on there, clicking on there, and just coming in here like that. Zooming in and out's fine, it doesn't have to redo anything. And so you'll find that we've got a few little tiny, not quite there, skinny triangles. I thought there was a couple in here. Oh yeah, here we go. There's a couple there. Anything in there? No. Okay. And then we moving in here. I think everything's pays to check very carefully. Make sure, because coming back and redoing things can be a bit of an abomination. So, like there. Okay. Just want to take that one out there. Right click there and there. Okay. Alright, so go back over to here, and so that's, hang on, could be, there's a few skinny triangles down there. Oops, no, bring that back up there, right click and hit the line, take those ones out there. I think that's all good. Yeah, right, and that's good, and that's awesome. Now what we need to do now is another little thing which is helpful for later on if we have to re-triangulate, so that we don't have to go through that nulling process there, and that's go to tins and go to a boundary and tin ground, and this will make a boundary around the tin model for the boundaries. I'm going to call it BDY caps lock BDY ground, like that. Okay, and I think that'll do, and create, and then that'll create that layer boundary ground there. Okay, and it'll put that around there. And what that means is, and I'll do this now just to prove that it's working, is that if we want to, if we go back into our function here and go to nulling and accept, just click that little there, and we can accept, just use this polygon, just make sure that's it, boundary ground, accept. Okay, so now we can just re-triangulate, it will, and it'll just re-triangulate and do all the nulling, except we've got one there that shouldn't be there, so I missed that one previously. So what I'm going to do is go, I'll just right click here like that there, and zip out through there. Okay, now that's still going to leave our boundary there, so what I'm going to do is just clean that boundary model, so that's models clean, and I'll clean the boundary ground, select, yep, and yeah, permanently clean, yep, yes. Okay, and I've still got it all set up here, so I'll just create it again, and then that's created it better there, and then we can re-triangulate here. Oops, no, it didn't. So we've got to go to the nulling. Oh, I think we have to select the revised one, which is that one there. Okay, accept. Okay, and now re-triangulate. That's better, and it'll follow our little boundary, which is, yeah, quite good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, I think that's all very admirable there. The next thing we're going to do is have a look at our contours and just see how things are going there. So I'm going to just, I'll just get rid of that there. Go to the tick cross there, and I'm just going to turn on my tin contours. Now I have up here in settings previously, settings, tins, contours there, set my contour interval to 0.2 and my big interval to 0.1. I did that previously. That's not the default setting, but what you can see is, you can see in here we've got some little problems there. We've got one there and one in round here. Now what they, I'm just going to turn them off. What they seem to be is that if we, I'll just bring this out here and just look at this one here. Okay, I'm going to turn off the contours like that there, and if we look in here at the tins and we turn on our Z values, we can see that there's a Z value of 0 in there, and I'm pretty sure it's associated with this little circle, the little circle that I drew there for the manhole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the manhole as part of the data for our surface. Okay, so what I'm going to do with that is going to go strings, strings edit change, and I'm going to just change the layer that it's in, and I've already created a layer called surface covers, and that one's red for the manholes, but I'll just make them both orange. I'll make it orange like that there, so that's surface colors, and I'm just going to go start and select it. Okay, accept. Now surface covers will be turned off, and so that means that if we take that out of there, that point won't be in the thing, so we can re-triangulate. Okay, and that point should now not be in there, and I'll just do the other one while I'm here, which is down in over here somewhere. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, here it is. Now actually in doing this one here, if we just do a string inquiry here, string inquire, we'll find that one's actually bottom of bank, so I did that incorrectly to start with anyway. So I'm just going to go start here and select, I'll finish that, start here, select start. Oh, so there's something still going. We'll get rid of that one there, that one there, that one there, accept, and that should take that one out of the picture, hopefully, the little one there. So now if we re-triangulate, yep, that should go, and if we now turn on our contours again, okay, turn on the string tin contours, we get a much better, we don't get those extremes there, because the surface covers, if we look up here in our data, surface covers have been removed. Now there may be another way of doing that. We could make those non-tinnable, but I'm just at this stage here just quite happy with these here. I'm just going to make that like that. Turn off the Z values, I think, just to get a better look at the tins, and yeah, you can see that generally our contouring is acceptable. So what I'm got, that contouring there is just contouring that's just drawn in the actual on the display, but it won't print out. So what we're going to do now is contour it for real. So I'm quite happy at that point, so I'm just going to go ahead here and do my contour, just create some contours which will then at some point be able to print out. So let's go back to our thing. So the tin, we had that little anomalies, and I've sorted those out. So we'll just come back to here and turn the contours off. That's our tin there, and we can actually turn the tin off as well. I don't really want that, so that's our little plan there. I could just turn on our surface covers here, just so that they're back there, and I've made them both orange. So that was the two things there. Okay, so now let's contour it for real, so that we could print it out. Contour, like so, contour smooth and label. So we give this a function name. So I'm going to call it ground contours. like that there. The tin to contour is tin ground. Okay, the model for the contours is, I'm going to call it ground minor, because these will be the smaller contours. The contour interval I'm going to use is 0.2. Color, I'll keep it cyan, and I want them smoothed. Okay, and the major contours will be a 1 meter, and they'll have a model of their own, and that'll be called ground major. I think that's ground major. Major contour interval, and that'll be 1. They'll be magenta. Okay, the labels, they will go in a label called ground label. So that's labeling them. I'm just going to contour the major ones only. They'll have no decimal places. Text style for the data will be 1. The model, label start and end, yes. They will be line removal and center line facing, and centered line facing uphill. That's mine, and then I'm just going to process that, and then that will create these 3 models here, which we'll select and turn on, and that will give us our contours. Okay, all in there, which is, yeah, they're pretty reasonable. There's something a little bit funny going on at the top of that little mound there, but generally, yeah, that's all good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn on our tin, turn on the tin here, which will be turn on the tin. I'll turn it on here, plus tin ground, and what I'm going to do is tin solid, like that there, and that's, oh no, that's all good. That shows us that the tin is working, but that's not what I wanted to do. Tin solid. Okay. Alright. Yes, what I wanted to do now is to go view, new, and we'll go to perspective view here. Okay, and we can turn on all our layers. Turn on all our layers. Select like so, and we'll go to our tick cross here, and we'll shade it. And then when we shade it, then we can go to our little orbiting tool here, and we can start to have a look here. If we go to our view, send tins and rasters to the back. Oh no, view, visualization models, save and restore. There might be some, I'm thinking there were some ways we can get the contours, view, models, send tins and rasters to the back, visualize a shade, tin mesh, perhaps not, tin flow, edges. Oh yeah, that just gives us our little tin edges there, so we can see what's going on there. Perhaps we'll turn the tin off, tin edges on. Oh, turn the tin contours on there, that's better. Okay, so maybe in our settings, settings, toggle, tins, contours, contour interval. I'll just put it as 0.2, just make it a bit better, and that there is 1. Okay, set, and finish. So those that are familiar with our little area, we can see that we can move it around a bit and have a look what's going on. So we've got a bit of a stockpile over here. We can see the stockpile forming up nicely here with a bit of a face down here. We have a pond in here, and we also have another pond in here, some little stockpiles in here, a little gravel track that's running round through here, and some bits of curb and channel and what have you in and over here that we might get a bit of a view on there. If we turn on over here, turn on our exaggeration 5 times, we can see some of the things that are happening there. So we get quite a nice little 3D view of our little area that we've done. You can see just around here, oh, that's looks like the Grand Canyon there, but perhaps just turning it a little bit around that way, like so. We can see some of the things that are going on, and those of us that have seen us will know that that's quite realistic. So there you go. That's we've created a little surface there in 12D, and that surface, then we can use that information or give that information to our client to do some designs or calculate some volumes or what have you on it. So we'll just call it a day there at this point for that video, and then next video we'll start to look at maybe adding some boundaries and some control information in 12D, and start to get to the point where we've got all the information that we need, and start outputting that to AutoCAD to draw up our final plans. So cheers, see you.